What is up, people of YouTube? Welcome to another day in paradise. For those of you guys who are new, my name is Cody McCarty, and today I thought we would talk about the R4 and its improved weather sealing over its previous models. Now, in order to do this, I had to go someplace where there was bad weather. Well, Yosemite got hit by a snowstorm and it's on and off raining, so I thought that would be the perfect place. Now, Yosemite was wet, damp, visibility wasn't great, and we had unexpected moments where it would be just strong downpour, snow, or light drizzle. Obviously, a workaround would be to have your rain cover on your camera at all times, but you may not always have one on hand, or you may not expect the rain. I found myself in situations where I left my rain cover back in the car, and it started pouring rain, and honestly left this running time lapses for several hours, and it held up like a champ. It was in below freezing temperatures at points, and it kept shooting all through the night. I'm very impressed with this, considering that my R3 and my A7S II, which used the old body form factor, had gotten liquid damage at one point or another, and that was just from cool, damp places near the beach. The fact that it was high precipitation, really damp, and on and off rain with snow, and this thing held up fine, and it still works perfect. I haven't experienced any issues. If I do, I'll put some kind of update to this video. I'm very happy. That was one of the big selling points to me to get the R4. I like the 61 megapixels. I was happy with my R3, but the weather sealing was the reason I just had to get it. Now, just go over a few examples. We did one time lapse at tunnel view for 2 hours. I tested it without the rain cover. Paul had a rain cover over his camera. It started dumping rain. I let it just run through the time lapse just because I wanted to test the weather sealing and I trusted it. Obviously, I had weather sealed lenses as well. It had the 24-14 GM on it, and it held up great. I didn't see any water. I wiped it down once I got back to the car, and I didn't see any water internal after I dried it off in the battery compartment or in the hot shoe, and I have a third-party hot shoe on too, so I was a little nervous about that one. But the fact that I didn't find any liquid internally or in any of the ports was very comforting, considering how much it was raining. That's one of the things Sony cameras have gotten knocked for so long, is their poor weather sealing compared to the Nikon D850s and the 1DXs of the world. And I would have to agree with that with the R3 and the older models that use the older form factor. I did experience poorer weather sealing where I did get damage due to the elements. I'm very impressed by this. I do have insurance, otherwise I wouldn't have tested it or put it in so much jeopardy. It would have babied this a lot more, but it gave me confidence that I can continue to shoot in poor weather conditions and not be concerned about my gear or call it a day. Now, the A9 Mark II has the same weather sealing. It looks like Sony is going forward with this new form factor, so any cameras that have this new form factor will benefit from this weather sealing. That was just a quick video I had to make talking about the weather sealing and the conditions it was in. I would say that one of the more vulnerable places would be the bottom still. We do have this rubber gasket that comes around the battery plate, but I just know that was a point of weakness with the R3, and then just making sure you have a nice tight hot shoe mount and that you leave it on is important. Just double check that the ports are closed all the way. If it's on a tripod, you don't really have to worry about the bottom getting so wet. You can also get a cheap $15 rubber rain fly, which is what I used, just to give you some extra confidence. Except I left that running on my A7RIV as it did some time lapses because it does have that older form factor. Now, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more, hit subscribe. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching.